If you think about it, the Earth is like a big time capsule, and archaeologists are those in charge of helping us recover everything that has been lost over time. Number 1. The Hammer of London. Also known as the London Artifact, it is one of the most mysterious discoveries of the 20th century, or should I say, the most debated. Discovered in London, Texas, in 1936 by Max Hahn and a companion, the hammer was found embedded in ancient rock, leading to speculation about its age and origin. The hammer is an iron tool with a wooden handle. It measures about 6 inches long with a diameter of 1 inch. Its size and shape suggest that it was used for fine work or with soft metals. Despite not rusting, it has parts of the handle that have turned into carbon, indicating a possible age. Carl Baugh, who acquired it in the 1980s, suggested it was evidence of a pre-flood civilization, challenging conventional theories. However, this idea is controversial and is not scientifically accepted. Skeptics propose that the hammer became trapped in a limestone formation naturally. Although there are various explanations, some see the London hammer as evidence of time travel or advanced knowledge in the past. Number 2. In 1961, Wallace Lane, Virginia Maxey, and Mike Mikesell made an intriguing discovery near a boat in California. This was no ordinary spark plug, but one that seemed to come from a time when spark plugs did not yet exist. This object was later known as the Koso artifact. Initially, it was speculated to be a misplaced object, possibly indicating the presence of an ancient advanced civilization or other extraordinary explanations. Like the London hammer, Koso's artifact was encased in what appeared to be a 500,000-year-old natural formation, immediately becoming unusual. The apparent age of the artifact suggested it could be a misplaced object. Finding a modern spark plug in a seemingly ancient geological formation led to speculation about time travel, ancient advanced civilizations, or extraterrestrial interventions. Although the surrounding material was initially thought to be a geode that takes a long time to form, many believe that Koso's artifact, like the London hammer, is probably a hoax. Despite doubts, it remains one of the most intriguing discoveries of the contemporary era. Number 3. In 1922, one of the most significant finds in human history was discovered by archaeologist Howard Carter and Lord Carnarvon, the final resting place of the young pharaoh Tutankhamun. Before this, the tomb of the young Egyptian pharaoh Tutankhamun remained hidden under the sands of the Valley of the Kings undiscovered for centuries. Many tombs in the valley had been looted over the years, but Tutankhamun's tomb remained elusive. Imagine the joy of the archaeologists when it was finally found. After years of meticulous searching, Carter made the discovery on November 4, 1922, finding steps leading to a sealed door. Carter and Lord Carnarvon found Tutankhamun's intact tomb, filled with amazing objects such as statues, gold jewelry, chariots, and weapons, including the pharaoh's iconic mask. A symbol of ancient Egypt, this mask is a stunning work of art made of gold with intricate details. The tomb provided valuable information about the life and culture of ancient Egypt, allowing historians and archaeologists to study the time of the pharaoh. The discovery also sparked Egyptomania, influencing art, architecture, and fashion. The story of the young king and the discovery of his tomb captivated people around the world, fueled by legends of curses. To this day, many believe in terrifying punishments for those who reveal Tutankhamun's tomb. Number 4. Let's not go too far from Egypt. Still, here is another unexpected discovery linked to this great civilization. In 2016, researchers using advanced particle physics techniques discovered a mysterious void in Egypt's iconic Great Pyramid of Giza. They used muon radiography, something quite similar to taking an X-ray. These particles come from cosmic rays that impact the Earth's atmosphere and can penetrate solid materials such as the stones of the pyramid. By measuring where more particles, known as muons, pass, scientists can detect voids or areas of lower density within the structure. This is how they found a corridor-shaped hole in the pyramid that measured approximately 98 feet and had a gallery of similar cross-section to the narrow corridor that leads to the king's chamber. The purpose of this hallway is still a mystery. It could be a structural feature like other voids in the pyramid that were built to redistribute its enormous weight, or it could be something else entirely. Speculation is part of the excitement. Number 5. Discovered in 1929 in Istanbul's Topkapi Palace, the Pyre map has been the subject of intrigue and debate among historians. The map was created in 1513 by the Ottoman admiral and cartographer Pyre. It is notable because it shows parts of the world, such as the Americas, in a way that challenges our understanding of 15th century geography. Think about how a map from 1513, just 2 decades after Columbus sailed to the Caribbean, could depict the New World in such detail. The mystery deepens when you consider some of the speculative theories about the map. Some suggest it shows the coastline of Antarctica, a continent not officially discovered until the 19th century. How could this be possible? Sources of knowledge are lost over time. However, historians offer a more substantiated explanation by suggesting that the cartographer used multiple sources for his map, including letters from Columbus's voyages. Despite logical historical explanations, the map remains a fascinating enigma. Number 6. The Rosette Stone. During Napoleon Bonaparte's campaign in Egypt, French soldiers discovered a broken fragment of a large stone slab in the small town of Rosetta. This seemingly ordinary piece of rock later became known as the Rosette Stone. Initially, it did not seem like an extraordinary discovery, but it soon became clear that it was a fragment of an ancient decree issued in 196 BC with inscriptions in 3 different writing systems: ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs, Demotic script, and ancient Greek. The importance of the Rosette Stone lies in the fact that knowledge of how to read ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs had been lost for centuries. The stone became an invaluable key to deciphering these hieroglyphs, mainly thanks to the Greek inscription. Since Greek was well understood, scholars could use the Greek text as a reliable reference for deciphering the other 2 writing systems. However, despite the presence of the Rosette Stone, real advances in the translation of hieroglyphs were only achieved in the early 19th century thanks to Jean-François Champollion, a French scholar. Champollion realized that hieroglyphs were symbolic and phonetic, meaning that they represented sounds just like letters in modern languages. This discovery was revolutionary, opening up a world of knowledge about ancient Egyptian history, culture, and language that had been shrouded in mystery for centuries. Number 7. Petra, the city carved into cliffs. Petra is an ancient city known for being a settlement carved into the rose-red cliffs in southern Jordan. Its history possibly dates back to the 4th century BC, when it was established as the capital of the Nabatean kingdom. Over time, its importance diminished, and it was eventually abandoned and forgotten, remaining only in the memory of the local Bedouin tribes. Fast forward to 1812, a crucial year in Petra's history. A Swiss explorer named Johann Ludwig Burckhardt, fascinated by stories of a lost city in the desert, embarked on a mission to rediscover Petra. Posing as an Arab scholar with the help of local Bedouins, Burckhardt discovered Petra, a city carved into cliffs with tombs, temples, and the famous treasury. Petra stands out for its Nabatean craftsmanship and its aqueduct system that supported the city in an arid region. The rediscovery of Petra not only revealed the rich Nabatean culture, but also the historical and commercial importance of this ancient civilization. The event renewed interest in archaeology and ancient history, reminding us of forgotten cities and civilizations with fascinating stories of human journey through time. Number 8. The Nazca Lines, enigmatic geoglyphs in the Nazca Desert, Peru. The Nazca Lines are a set of large ancient geoglyphs located in the Nazca Desert in southern Peru. This archaeological site represents one of the most enigmatic and fascinating discoveries on our planet. Created by the Nazca people around 500 BC and 500 AD, the lines include designs ranging from simple lines and geometric shapes to intricate representations of animals, plants, and imaginary beings. Although these lines went unnoticed for centuries due to their enormous scale and remote location, they were discovered by commercial pilots in the 1940s. Revealed to the world, the Nazca Lines have baffled researchers about their exact purpose. Their preservation in the desert for thousands of years adds mystery and fascination to these geoglyphs, whose purpose, whether astronomical, religious, or ritual, remains a subject of speculation. Number 9. The discovery of 3 huge ram heads near the Temple of Karnak has revealed valuable information to archaeologists about Egyptian art. Egyptian creations were often thought to be quite simple, with hard features and a high degree of abstraction that avoided excessive detail when depicting a figure. However, the discovery of these heads from the 12th dynasty allows us to glimpse further. This period, known as the Middle Kingdom, spanned from 2137 to 1781 BC. The Karnak Temple, where the excavation took place, was dedicated to the god Amun-Ra, a central figure in ancient Egyptian religion associated with the sun, wind, and fertility. It is possible that due to its importance, the temple was constantly expanding and remodeling. The discovered ram heads do not resemble any other construction or sculpture at this site. Experts suggest that they could have been created by the Ptolemies, members of the Macedonian dynasty of Greek civilization. This theory is supported by the military dominance that Greece exercised over Egypt for almost 300 years. The most surprising thing is that these heads are only the tip of the iceberg, since it is likely that they belong to complete statues of rams modeled after ancient sphinxes. Unfortunately, the rest of the body of these rams has disappeared without a trace. There is still hope to find the bodies and reunite the heads with their complete figures, thus reconstructing the original appearance of the temple.